Welcome to the Warrior Wood Shop. Well, we're not actually at the wood shop. We're on a field trip. Where we're at is my childhood home. However, we're here to help my father take this 24-foot extension ladder and get it mounted to the ceiling when it's not in use. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a Harbor Freight winch system, a 1,500-pound capacity electric winch, and we'll explain why, because there are two options out there. We'll explain why later on in the video. And we're going to use some garage door angle iron slotted to make a little conveyor belt style roller, like you see in a lot of the other ladder storage videos. And that is what will hoist up the first end, and then the lift will carry it up. So let's get started. Epic fail. Well, everything doesn't go as planned in the Warrior Wood Shop. As you can tell, we're not in the garage anymore. We're back here at the Warrior Wood Shop. This time we're going to try out our new welding cart. We'll do a review of what we'd like about it, what would change if we were to do it again. We didn't film it being built, but give you an idea for, because again, we do a little bit of welding. We do a lot of woodworking in the Warrior Wood Shop, but again, we do a little bit of welding. So the conveyor belt roller system that we designed with the angle or garage door angle iron, we used that because it was there, something I could put together on the fly. Now that I've had a chance to do a little bit more planning, we said let's do this upright with something that's strong, resistant to wear and tear, can stand up to the use of going up and down, and it's not just bolted together. So hence we're going to use some 1¼ inch angle iron. As you can see, we've got something already sketched up. We're not going to go through exactly every cut and every step on this one, but we're going to get the cutoff saw going, the welder going, and we'll show you when it's done. All right, now that we got these two lefts and rights welded together, we'll grind them in a little bit. We're going to put our crossbar, and then we'll attach our two little ladder hooks. So you don't need to lift. The whole point is just one job. You're just gonna be like the winch. Now we'll just be careful you don't pull. That's perfect. First rung. That's fine. Well, now you'll hook the winch here, which turns action like right now. Looks good. It's not going to be tight to the ceiling, but it should clear the garage door. Go ahead and grab the winch cord. Alright, we had an epic fail last time. We'll see how this one goes. Nobody got hurt, so we're just out of the way. Go ahead. It rolled off last time. Got a little more. Well, it may not be the fastest, but it works, especially for a one-man job, and definitely, excuse me, you don't have to be on a step ladder to raise the ladder up. All right, the major difference between this working, besides the looks, trust me, the garage door rail works, but that looks a little better. But if this is all you have access to, the trick would be to put a bar across here, because this rolly system is what caused it to fall off. But if you're doing it by hand, the roller system is actually the best. But now let's take a look at what we got over there. Pretty much everything that was done with the garage door brackets was done with either angle iron or flat steel.
The other thing I can't figure out.
Got something going on in the background here. And then we did those two 4-inch angle irons to hook it on the top. So the other thing that made a difference in this one is the location of the winch is directly above where the ladder stops. Before, we were trying to go back and we tried with, it's hard to see with the light, there it is, with that hook. So it pulled it out. So this positioning works real well. Just make sure, I think it goes without saying, but make sure you find ceiling joist. We ended up having to put a little bit of bracing for those two, between the two, but we had access to the attic, so that made that part a little bit easier. A couple other tidbits that I would probably offer is get something like a strap with a carabiner, or what they use to tie down motorcycles and four-wheelers, so you can wrap it around one ring. However, the wrapping around both does give you the assurance that it's not going to open up, but that'll make clipping this a little bit easier. The other thing is you want to make sure your winch line stays tight, so get a pair of leather gloves. That'll be at the end, at the beginning.
I just don't understand how you guys thought a circular piece was going to work for this.
Because everybody else has done it, used a conveyor belt. It was supposed to go up and forward. The winch should have been further forward for that to happen. The problem is we tried that and it hit the ceiling. It actually pushed the ladder up and hit the ceiling. So this works. All right, this is what we're talking about, keeping the tension. Okay, see, if we were going to go for a while with the ladder down, as you raise this up, you're going to want to keep tension, and as you pull it up, you want to make sure that the winch winds up evenly, which we'll show here in a second.
Can you come out here, or are you up on the desk?
Just, you can. So until it gets tight, keep a little tension on it. The one downside that we noticed about this winch is you let go, it still rotates at about a half a turn. But once it gets tight, now you can stand up. Now what you need to do is make sure that that spool, as it's going up, works its way evenly, doesn't pull it all in one spot. We went with the Badlands 1,200 pound or 1,500 pound electric winch. It's 120. We didn't want to have to do any conversions to 12 volt. The reason we went with the 1,500 pound versus the 400 pound is the way the winch comes out the front rather than out the top. So this made it a little bit easier to give us more ceiling height. And as you can tell, we've added a bunch of bracketing to make sure that the winch is well supported also. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the section below.
Slider is loose.
Yes.
I'll leave a link to the description or the item that we purchased.
That's where
Just 1.5 inch angle iron on the bracket. Thanks for watching. I go out and make some sawdust.